After following on, Leicestershire, led by James Taylor, showed a lot more fight in their second innings, but Kent are still favourites to win the bottom of the table LV County Championship clash at Tunbridge Wells. Leicestershire began the penultimate day on 220 for 6 in their first innings, requiring a further 90 runs to avoid the follow-on, with Taylor and Jigger Naik battling really hard to get there in the opening 20 minutes of the day. They were able to add 19 runs, with Taylor moving on to 49. His innings stopped there though as he walked into a wide ball from Matt Coles and nicked a slip. Leicestershire had really needed Taylor to stay in because, with him out, the innings folded. Claude Henderson edged Coles behind to go for a duck. Matthew Hoggard gave James Treadwell his 5th wicket of the innings with an edge to Darren Stevens after scoring a single. And Nadeem Malik had his stumps rearranged by Coles, who ended with 5 for 77 for his maiden 5-wicket haul in the championship. Treadwell took 5 for 55. Bowled out for 251, Leicestershire was soon following on 208 runs behind. Robbie Joseph struggled with wides and no balls at the outset of the visitors' second innings, but he was still able to remove Will Jefferson, who was out leg before for 9, and Paul Nixon, who saw his shot parried by the bowler into the hands of Rob Key at mid-on after making 2. Leicestershire had had a bad morning and came out after lunch on 39 for 2 in their second innings with a lot of batting to be done. Their initial recovery was started by Matthew Boyce and Taylor, who was soon back at the crease. He took on Treadwell, planting him over mid-wicket for a 6, and then he drove Coles through the covers for a 4. He was again looking a class act. But his side just couldn't get any momentum in their innings, and after a stand of 56, Boyce was comprehensively bowled by the impressive Coles. Taylor added a second 6 off Treadwell to bring up the 100 for his team, but he then lost Andrew McDonald. He'd made only 6 when he was bowled by Treadwell. At least Taylor did what he hadn't been able to do earlier in the day by reaching his half-century off his 72nd delivery, and he finally found a partner in Wayne White. White decided that his best option was to play aggressively against the spin of Treadwell and Adam Riley. The game was not over yet, and both batsmen knew that a decent lead would offer Kent something of a challenge in the 4th innings of the match. White played some firm shots as, at last, Leicestershire were able to develop a partnership of substance just when they needed it. White's excellent 50 came from only 50 deliveries and included 7 boundaries, and with him still there, Leicestershire were able to overhaul Kent's first innings total after tea. At one point, a 3-day finish looked on the cards, but thanks to White and Taylor, that was now not going to happen. Indeed, as long as they stayed together, then the pressure was beginning to switch to the home side, who, apart from on the first day here, have not batted terribly well so far this summer. You could just sense that Leicestershire were growing in confidence as White planted Treadwell for a maximum, as this pair's partnership moved on to 129. Kent needed to break it, and that job was left to Joseph, who got the vital wicket of Taylor, just 4 runs short of a brilliant 100. It was a harsh way for his innings to end. 2 balls later, White also perished for 71, leg before to Joseph, who now had his 4th priceless wicket of this innings. When Tom New was also caught down the leg side by Geraint Jones, this time off Adam Ball for 4, there appeared to be only one possible winner of this match. But Naik and Henderson survived the final 50 minutes of the evening to give their side just a glimmer of hope if they can bat on for a while on the last day. Henderson in particular has the ability to quickly change things with the bat, the way he plays. By stumps, this pair had added 62 in 14 overs to take the lead to exactly 100. They'll resume on the final morning on 308 for 7, with Naik, who made 44 not out in the first innings, on 22, and Henderson on 28.